Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Rees, and we need to have a talk right out the gate of today's episode because there's some things we need to discuss. I have been monitoring the progress of this series very closely from the editing room, where I do a lot of reflection on what I do, and I've started to notice a pattern developing in this series. It'll start with one episode in which I start a project and then realize there's a vital thing missing to complete the project, and then I go look for the thing so that I can complete the project. And then when I find the thing, I realize I need to be able to access it more easily, which leads to a second episode where I will build a bridge to the thing. And this has happened now for the last 6 or 7 episodes. It started with the Caterium. We had to find it, and then we had to build a bridge to it. And then we had oil. We had to find it, and we had to build a bridge to it. Then we had quartz. We had to find it again, and then build a bridge to it. This is starting to get a bit repetitive. Not just for you folks, I assure you, but for me as... Whoa, that was a burp that came out of nowhere. But for me as well. I suppressed the burp. If you didn't hear it, it was like gas flying up my esophagus, and then I caught it with my lips, and I didn't make a vulgar sound, so you're welcome. We need to rethink our entire series here, and I've sat down and I've decided to focus on some goals, right? So what's the ultimate goal? Well, the ultimate goal is to send up 1,000 motors, 1,000 computers, and 1,000 heavy modular frames. Now that's going to take a lot of effort, so I'm not going to do any of that manually. We are going to build a facility that will automatically construct all of this. So that is the goal. Build a facility to manufacture all of this. But in order to do that, we have some sub-goals. We have some things we have to do first. We have to have some lead-up. But now that you know what the goal is, now that you know what we're working toward, here's what we're going to do. And this is the order we're going to do it in. This is irrelevant. We'll get around to that. Actually, once we have the facility going, all these things should also be manufactured automatically. Automatically manufactured is the word I was trying to go for there. What's my active milestone right now? Nothing good. What we want to do first is extended... One of these two. Which one's easier? Well, so 75, 200, 75, 150, 100, 200. I guess we'll go with this one. And the goal here is to get power via fuel. So we want to build fuel generators, and we want to start using oil to produce power. Because right now, all of our coal, well, not all of it, but a lot of our coal is being used for the power grid. And I want to split that up. We're going to need oil for manufacturing, and we're going to need coal for manufacturing. So I want to have a split coal and oil power system in place. And that means getting oil up and running. Once we've got oil up and running as a fuel source, we'll have enough coal left over to make more steel in the steel facility that we've got planned. Monorails are important because we have to be able to move things around. I don't like using vehicles. That hasn't worked very well at all. They end up under the ground, far away in the lollipop flop land. So that's not working out for us. We're not going to be doing that anymore. Monorails is the answer. That's the key. That's the next goal. Once we have monorails, we can start bringing things like oil, quartz, and Caterium all the way back to base here, or at least semi-close, I guess, to the edge. We're probably going to run them along the bridges, which is why it's been convenient that we've got all these bridges, because now we can run the monorails around them, and then from the bridges, we can use things like the conveyor belts up and down and all of that stuff. Now, gas mask and the jetpack will be useful for exploration, but we're not focusing on exploration. We've done enough of that. We found everything we need to be getting on with for now. We're going to focus, specifically, today, on getting this built. Now, in order to get this built, we're going to need motors, we're going to need computers, we're going to need heavy modular frames. All of these things require, well, a lot of them require a lot of steel, and it would be great if we had these things automated. That would be fabulous if we had these things automated. We currently don't. We don't even have the raw materials for a computer automated. I thought about doing that first. I thought about doing an episode where I built a new facility to automate these things, but then I decided, you know what I could do instead? Because you've seen me build this, you've seen me build this. Computer is not that interesting. All the raw components down there is mostly what oil and cables and nails. We can do the most incredible clock wipe you have ever seen to a point in which all of that is manufactured. What are you going to miss? Really? You're gonna miss me driving off to collect some oil? Probably? A quick manual oil collection from where the oil is over there? That's nothing, man. That's not... So let's get ready for this. Are y'all ready? We're all gonna clap our hands together on the count of 3. 1, 2... Okay, well, immediately after clapping, I realized that didn't make any sense for a clock wipe. So I guess we might do like a flash of light, or heck, I don't know, maybe a hard cut. I don't have it done, for those of you who are curious. I did run into a problem. We ran out of steel. Yeah, you need steel to make steel products, go figure. We're gonna have to go overclock some things, I reckon. I know I got some darned overclockers sitting around here somewhere that I had previously installed to make a whole bunch of copper wire. Just gotta figure out where the darned things are. There we go. Got 3 of them, 3 power shards. That ought to do it. I also got a comment over on the Discord. Let me get that pulled up. From Creeper. Aw, man. So we back in the mine. Got a pickaxe swinging from... patron supporter. Creeper. While you are listening to this, Rees, please... get max conveyor, because what's the point of having a Mark II miners that output 280 per second while the conveyor only does 80? Look, I'm not here to say that you're wrong. What I will say is that the case? Are we having issues with that? Let's go ahead and grab some. Hold on, we'll do some upgrades. We'll do some upgrades over there. I don't think that we have any bottlenecks like that. I'm gonna go overclock things, so we probably will have bottlenecks. But I'm pretty sure when we built this, I made sure that there were no bottlenecks. Now, granted, I could be wrong. It's rare. It's very rare, as I'm usually quite accurate on these sorts of things. But there is a very slim possibility... Oh my gosh, we haven't been over here in so long. Does anyone remember the last episode we came over here? It was a long, long time ago. I think the last time we came over here was to steal some power shards for some other project. My gosh, this place is a tangled up mess, isn't it? So what I'm looking for specifically is steel. But let's take a look out the back. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Oh, none of this is moving. Right, so none of this is even moving. What does it even matter? This one over here should be moving, because this is the one that's like solo dedicated to steel. And, oh yeah, look at that, 120 per minute. Shrek me. That's, I don't even know what kind of conveyor belt this is. This is an MK2? What do they move? Do they move 80? Is that the situation we're having? No, they move 120. So that's lined up. We can't really make that any better unless we overclock this bad boy to produce more. But the holdup is up inside there. So let's go check and see where the holdup is and exactly what's going on. We got to get this one sorted. Obviously, look, we've got a pretty good supply of steel coming through here. I don't really know if we can make it a little bit more dense, but if we make it too much faster, we're gonna have to upgrade the conveyor belt all the way down the line back to the base, which is gonna be a costly endeavor. I can do it. I'm sure I've got the materials for it. I don't even know why I'm talking about this like it can't be done. It can definitely be done. I can make it happen. It's just, I don't know. Let's see where we're sitting. So what seems to be the issue here? So it all comes around to back there, back behind these bad boys. These, what are you, foundries? So it all comes back here to these conveyor belts. These are all tier 1 conveyor belts. Is coal the problem? It looks like it might be coal. Coal is our issue. We're not getting enough coal. Okay. Even then, we are getting enough coal to maintain consistent flow. Look, it hits 6, next one goes. So yeah, that's not our issue. Probably the same over here. A little bit better over here, actually. So unless we speed up the rate at which coal is getting here, which would be quite the endeavor, and a waste of time considering we're going to be overdoing coal, there's not really anything we can do. There's certainly nothing we can do in terms of conveyor belts, because we're not moving enough of them to max out a next level conveyor belt. I could put a power shard in each of these to speed them up, but then what about the coal? We're not moving enough coal. If you look at the coal, it's flowing steadily. It's a steady flow of coal. The only way to make this faster would be to upgrade the entire run of coal all the way back to the coal facility. Can you even do that? You can only do segments at a... Oh gosh. You can only do segments at a time. And I guess I could walk all the way along here, because I think you have like infinite reach, right? No. So you don't even have infinite reach with this thing. I can reach them all from the ground, though. So do I want to do that to speed up coal? I guess I can, you know what? I could work on other projects Because what I'm waiting on right now is more steel for steel beams. I can just work on the modular frame and well, we've got plenty of screws. I'll work on the modular frame while I wait on the rest of the encased industrial beams, while I wait on some more steel to get produced. But I don't know about the rest of the joint, but that seemed to be pretty well balanced in terms of the conveyor belts. Also, I left my vehicle over. We'll leave it. I'll end up going back over there anyway. I guess we'll do another clap. 3, 2, 1! I cannot even begin to express to you the feeling of satisfaction that I have right now. The feeling of completeness, that I have achieved this goal and it only took me 3 hours! Manually building things is overrated. See what Ada has to say about this. If I sound a little less peppy, it's because I am.
The generator will match power generation to the increased consumption of recently acquired technologies and buildings.
Sweet.
Additionally, improved conveyor belts can now be constructed.
What? I didn't even notice that. We get new conveyor belts? Seriously? Where was that? Oil processing? What have we got from this? No, that's not even mentioned here. Oh, well, no, that's oil processing. No, hold on. Power infrastructure, conveyor belt MK4 and lift 4. I wasn't even paying attention to those. How exciting is that? That's the real thrill right there. My goodness. Well, I can't wait to start utilizing that technology. We talked about the monorail train. I'm not doing this by hand. We're gonna build the facility to automate these things. I don't care if we don't have quick access to oil at the moment. If I have to manually bring it over and put it into the system, it's still going to be a heck of a lot faster than what we were doing before. Good heavenly hosts proclaim. Okay, we're not done with this episode yet, though, even though it's been way long. And, you know, it's enough time investment to make 6 episodes. Actual usable materials kind of on the low end right now. So we're going to build a fuel generator. Oh, no, it needs computers and all of these things again. I gotta make these things again. It's okay, it's just such small numbers. We're gonna make a fuel generator, and we're gonna need some, like, materials to move fuel around. So what, some, like, conveyor belts, maybe? Do we want to hook this up on its own miner MK2? We probably want to add its own, like, storage system. Let's add an industrial storage container to that, and then I'll just make sure we bring like a whole bunch of materials necessary for building some like conveyor MK. Might as well go MK3s. Might as well just go like with 10 of those maybe. And yeah, we should be set to go. We'll need to make some power posts. So we'll make sure we can make some like power poles. We'll make sure that just make sure that I got an inventory full of all these things, and we'll be set to go. So here we are once again a long time later. I'm heading over to the islands, and I am so ready to get this power grid set up and running. This is going to be big. This is going to be the thing that finally does it for us. We're going to have a major breakthrough after this. Again, this game is very cinematic. It has its moments. The way the light's reflecting off the bridge right now, that beautiful pink clouds. Oh, this is a beautiful game. It's buggy and it looks weird in some places. But it's overall a beautiful game. I love it. I really enjoy it. I don't like how sometimes there's suddenly fog and you can't see the islands you were just looking at. Oh my god, I almost just ran off this bridge here into the water. I don't know if you noticed that. That would have been detrimental. I would have had to reload the save because I'm not about to build another vehicle. This one's also, just in case you were curious, loaded with oil. Because I kept having to haul oil back to make plastic and circuit boards and things of that nature. So there's actually a bit of oil on board. I probably have some excess oil in my inventory. I might have turned it all into plastic. I can't remember. We got to figure out where we're going to set this thing up. So, of course, this grid here is not for power. This one right here is set up for production purposes only. And we could probably pick up that marker, but we're not going to. So we need to do another scan for oil. We know there's some on that island. But I think we're probably going to want to end up using that for production as well. We've only really got 3 options. That one's further away. That one's on an established island. So I guess we could go over there. But alternatively, we can... I mean, there's already a bridge there and everything. Am I going to have to go over some water to get to this one? Yeah, see, I didn't come prepared for that. I didn't come prepared to deal with that. This one's also close to power lines, so I can just tie it into the grid directly. We'll deal with getting that other one set up in the future when we have trams ready and we're like, hauling a bunch of this stuff back. But for now, we're gonna come over here. Look at this. Is there bad guys? I know there were some bad guys here previously. Maybe we killed them all. I don't think so. We'll have to get around to doing that. This doesn't go here, though. That's not how that works. We want to grab a production miner MK2. We want to drop that bad boy on a resource node, which I assumed was right here, but apparently not. You need to place it on a resource node, it keeps telling me. What are you trying to say? What are you trying to convey here? Is there not a resource node right here in front of me? There is. Like 8, 9, 5, 4, right here. Crude oil. I can pick it up with my bare hands if I want to. That's an option. But I can't put down the miner? It's not a pump, is it? Oh, Shrek, it is a pump, isn't it? Oh, I'm a fool. Fortunately, we do have the materials to build it, so that's good. Is it just the one pump? There's not different versions, no. So we put down the one pump. Yeah, we'll put it facing that way. Why not? I don't see any reason not to. And then let's get rid of these leaves because we're going to throw down and I don't know how essential this is going to be. I imagine not very, but we are going to go ahead and throw down an industrial storage container right here in front of that bad boy. And we're going to link those together with whatever the best freaking conveyor belt I can make. Is it to 4? Okay, well, we might need the resources for that to build something different, like the generator. So let's not do that just yet. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm worried we might not have the materials necessary for the generator after building that. We don't! We don't! I was wrong about what we needed. We didn't need a miner. We didn't need a miner. And we needed a pump, and it used up the resources we needed for the fuel generator, which I might add is freaking huge. Look at the size of this thing. Where am I supposed to stick this? Can I put it in the water? Probably not. It says missing, can't afford. It doesn't say anything about, nah fam, this ain't gonna go here. So I'm going to assume that, yeah, I could probably put it in the water if I wanted. Or I could just set it off over here. I can't tell where the input is. Is that it there? I presumably want to have the input closer to... Yeah, it doesn't matter, because you know what? We got to go back to base and manufacture more things. Yippee-ki-yay! Something has happened. Something bad has... I don't know what it is, but something has happened. What has gone on? Why is there nothing being manufactured? What happened? We didn't change anything. We didn't do anything. Oh my gosh, everything has just come to a standstill. No power. Did we overload the power grid? How? We weren't doing anything. Oh, I bet I know what we did. You know what we probably did? We were taking so many things out of the storage containers over here that... You know, for the most part, you see manufacturing on these things has completely stopped because it's full. There's no need to continue manufacturing. And I'd say that for the most part, very rarely are all of these things going at once. But for a moment there, they were all going at once. And I think we overloaded the system. Turn it back on. Oh no. Okay. What can be done here? I mean, there could be a problem, I guess, with coal plant. But that seems unlikely, doesn't it? Where's my vehicle? Where did I leave it? We're going to run over here real fast. We're going to take the speed upgrades out of the concrete because I don't think I need any more concrete right now. We're not doing any more big bridge projects for a while. I mean, eventually we'll need to make a bridge to nukes. But nukes are inside of Spider Cave, so we'll just have to make a platform up to the bridge that's already going past Spider Cave, and we'll be done there. This'll pull back. There we go. Okay, we're going to be consuming a lot less power from just doing this. I just need to get it back online. Because, oh dearie me. The worst part is, even when I do turn it back on, I'm going to be waiting for steel. It's going to be a long wait. I guess you know what we could do. No, we can't even do that. I was going to say we can run along the conveyor belt and collect some, but no. No, we can't. Because there's none to collect. Eh? No! Why is this happening? How much is it spiking to? Oh? Okay. Looks like we're fine. Everything is good, everybody. Everything is good. I don't know what these peaks here were. Looks like we're fine. We gotta get that oil going, though, and that means we're gonna need, what, steel? I think I'm waiting on steel right now, because I gotta create... Yeah, more of this stuff. I started this project 4.5 hours ago. But we're finally about to wrap it up. And this is good. I view this as a good thing because it means we are one step closer to the big thing that we've been talking about doing for a long time, which is, of course, our... What is that blue arrow? Is that my imagination? What would possibly be coming out of this, except for some sort of waste product that we have to dump into the ocean? No, but look, we've been talking about doing this for a long, long time, and it's finally happening. We're going to get our big steel factory. We're planning it. We've been planning it for a while. We're still planning it, and it's going to be great. It's finally happening. It's still happening. I know a lot of people were questioning whether or not the steel factory was still happening. It's still happening. It's going to be great. So now what we need to do is power all of this stuff up, and I guess determine, I mean, we could go overboard, potentially, with conveyor belt force if we wanted to. I mean, there's no benefit to it, because there's no way we're moving that much material, so let's just not, actually, now that I think about it. We'll run that there, and then we'll connect that up to here. Is that going through it? Kind of a bit, but we're going to ignore it, because I don't think this is going to be its final placement. I'll probably end up moving this, depending on how much fuel it consumes and how much we're mining from this node. I can easily see this becoming one of those things that we have we have multiples hooked up to a single line. Really? No, I'm not playing these games. I've got to have cable. I've got to have cable. You've got to be kidding me. Didn't I make that sort of a priority to have cable? Where's cable? Oh, thank the heavens. It just had me a moment there. I was about to start just hyperventilating. We're fine. We're fine, everyone. It's coming through. All right. Power. Boom. Boom. That's up and running. Oh my gosh. Look at that. That just started going, didn't it? Jeez. Okay, what is our current mine rate on that? It's moving quick, too. 240 per minute. Oh! What was that one? Was that one 240 per minute? I don't think so. Okay, you. How do I even configure you? We just turn you on? We gotta make you a connection and then you go? Potentially. There you go. Are you going? How you feeling about that? Feeling good? No power? Insert fuel? Oh. It don't like the oil. It wants fuel. I've been playing for 4 hours. Yeah, thanks for that hot tip there, game. I knew that already. What? I said that a second ago. I guess it doesn't count the time where I took a break to go to the bathroom. That's the thing that happened. Now you all know. I've confessed it to you. Congratulations. We've got to build a... I mean, where is this even at? Under logistics? Production, probably? We got to build an oil refinery. But not today, we don't. Because I've been playing for 4 hours. It's good enough that we managed to build the refinery. You know what? That's the step in the direction we've all been looking for. Thank you, folks, for watching. God bless you. Have a good one. Bye.